Hi guys, so I'm back with a quick little video, and this video is going to be to answer two questions that I seem to be getting a lot, and I just decided to make a video so that way I can explain it a little bit better and it'll be out there for any newbies or anybody to see really. Alright, so the question that I'm getting is what is a light concentration or water discount? Is it safe, and what does it do? So a light concentration is when your recipe, for an example, calls for 20 ounces of water, and you want to say, for example, do a 50% light concentration or a water discount. All right, so instead of 20 ounces of water, you would do 10 ounces of water. Your lye amount that your recipe calls for will remain the same. You cannot mess with the lye amount on your recipe, okay? Because your lye amount is going to saponify whatever amount of oils you have, so you do not want to touch that. The only thing you are playing with really is the water. All right, so I would recommend, if you're a newbie and you've never done a light concentration before, start with probably a 20% lye discount instead of a 40 or a 50. I never have gone over 50%. Okay, that would be a little too much, because anytime that you do a light concentration or water discount, your soap batch is going to trace quicker than if you did not. Okay, so keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that if you're working with a fragrance that you don't know how it's going to behave, a lot of fragrances like to accelerate or rise or cease. You want to probably test the fragrance oil if you've never worked with it before you decide to do a concentration on it, just to see how it behaves with the soap. Because if not, if it's a fragrance oil that tends to cease, plus the light concentration that normally tends to accelerate trace, or give you a faster trace, you're going to wind up with a soap on a stick. So those are the two things that I normally do. I like to first work with the fragrance oil, see how it's going to be, and then if I see that it behaves well, it doesn't accelerate, it doesn't cease, it doesn't rise, then I'll go ahead and for my next batch I'll do a higher light concentration. And like I said, it is safe as long as you're not messing around with your lye amount. And what that does is, for example, number one, it gives you a harder bar. I find it gives you a harder bar, and also it cuts back on your cure time. So instead of waiting 6 to 8 weeks for your soap to cure, depending on the lye concentration that you're using, normally I normally use like maybe a 40% lye concentration. It cuts it down probably, let's say it's 4 to 6 weeks. So you're gaining a couple of weeks, on your cure time. So it will definitely cut it back a little bit, because your soap doesn't have that much water to get rid of, and it'll give you a really hard bar. All right, so that is what a light concentration or water discount means. So a little recap: if you're not familiar with your fragrance oil, I would recommend not doing a light concentration until you know how that fragrance oil is going to behave, or maybe start with a 20% light concentration. And do not ever mess with the lye amount on your recipe, because that is what your soap is calling for in order to saponify and give you a safe bar. Okay, so that out of the way. Now another thing is soap stable colorants, and my favorite is the soap stable colorants from TKB Trading, and I'll have the link in the description box below. It'll take you right into them. All right, so it's going to be a hyperlink. Just click on it, and they have lots of colors, and I have always had luck with these colors. I find they don't morph, so if you're after a purple, it is going to give you a purple and not a gray. A lot of colorants out there will morph and give you another color because of the high pH on your batter or soap batch. So this is the one that I like, and it comes, well, depending on what you buy, it comes in a little pouch like this. All right, so they have the pigments, and they also have the soap colorant micas. So that is it. All right, guys, if you have any questions, just leave me a comment and I will try my best to answer it. But that is what a lye concentration is, and this is where I get my soap stable colorants from. All right, guys, I will talk to you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.